Aloha and welcome to Big Island Football Focus and a special episode, The Road to States, Hilo and Kamehameha's journey to the HHSAA football tournament. Let's start out by taking a look at the Vikings, defending D1 champions at the state level. And after a 54-14 loss to Campbell, I think they were a little under the radar, although in retrospect, now that Campbell is a open semifinalist, that loss doesn't look too bad. But ultimately, Hilo, the defense set the table early on. Lewis with a pick there to prevent HPA from scoring. The offense took a little while to get on track. Here's Miyasato hooking up with Aguiar for a touchdown in that game against HPA. Hilo won the game 32-0, but still had some work to do. Against Honoka'a, change at quarterback, but when you've got defense, Balaga with the pick there, and special teams making big plays, the offense can take a little while to get on track. It's not that big a deal. One of the fastest kids in the league, Guyson Ogata, with a big return here. And it's plays like this that set up the offense. And so those big scores that you saw throughout the year for Hilo, a lot of times those were set up by the defense, or in many cases, the defense actually scored or special teams scored. In this case, Honoka'a mishandles the kickoff. Ball goes into the end zone. Kalen White jumps on it, and you have a defensive or a special teams touchdown, if you will. Hilo and Kealakaʻi, the two favorites in Division I, met early in the season. Miyasato hooking up with Ogata here. And based on what Kealakaʻi had done earlier in the season, Hilo knew they had to put up some points. Miyasato back at quarterback after missing the Honoka'a game. Finds Akui. And Akui one more time. Miyasato going to keep it himself, take this one to the house. Kalen White and Wilson teaming up for the sack. And again, the defense ended up setting up a lot of the points, forcing turnovers, and in this case, 101-yard pick six return by Elijah Apao. Another one of those defensive scores we were talking about earlier. So Hilo 45-23 over Kealakaʻi. Moving on to the crosstown rivalry. Miyasato hooking up with Aguiar. Waikea came in with a little bit of confidence under new head coach Neil Azevedo. But Hilo proving they still have a ways to go. Tough D. Silva there leading the way. And again, the smothering D setting up the offense. Ramos. Nice run up the middle for the TD. Miyasato finds Aguiar again. Another Viking score. And another Elijah Apao. Pick six. And again, all three phases for Hilo. Ogata, another big kickoff return here. One of the fastest kids in the league. I think I already mentioned that, but bears repeating. When you're getting the kind of play out of your defense, easy to come up with the 40-0 victory. Against Kiao, Miyasato hooking up with Aguiar again. taking it to the house. Another Viking TD for Aguiar. Again, tough to get wide on the Vikings. Walker there. And as the season progresses, Miyasato dials in with his receivers. Another Ogata touchdown. Kind of tough when the defense and special teams are making it difficult, and then the offense gets dialed in. And another Elijah Apao pick six. Miyasato to Ramos. Ramos solid running all year long. And a 42-13 victory for the Vikings. Kona comes to town, and this has been a tough battle the last few years, but the defense again swarming, the secondary playing tough, making it difficult, and again the offense dialed in. Miyasato dropping it into Aguiar. One of the nicest touchdowns of the season. Another spot-on pass from Miyasato to Ogata. Touchdown. And again, the defense coming up with the key turnover all year long. And this blocked punt right here really turned the game. It was a low-scoring affair, and that gave Hilo the momentum. Ramos, some good open field running. Ramos going to go ahead and take it in the end zone here for another Viking score. Again, just more tough defense, another turnover for Hilo, and a 25-0 victory. Now, Kalai back in town for the championship. Rosario getting it started off with the field goal. Getting that Vikings D, Kapana, with an interception and a nice return. Setting up the offense in short field position. And Miyasato going to drop it into Ogata. That catch was the Diamond Bakery TD of the week on cover 2. And more tough running by Ramos. And again, that swarming defense, Silva leading the way. Miyasato wearing number 16, trying to throw me off, but still finding Aguiar for TDs. And it wasn't pretty, but defense kept the Kalai offense down. Wong there with the sack. Evie with the pick, and Hilo picks up another beatable AF championship. They're going to host Maui on Friday at KL High at 7 o'clock. The Warriors got a late start to the season with scheduling issues and weather cancellations. They didn't play their first game till August 31st against KL. Here's Feruli scoring up the middle. And with Like, their QB, rehabbing, they relied on special teams and defense to help win this contest. Gomes and Germano with a special team score on a blocked punt. Haasenritter, double duty here at running back inside the 5. And later at QB, hands off to Wilson. Big first down. Haasenritter on the rollout, looking downfield. Finds Anahu for the TD and a 21-14 victory. Kalai in town for what would turn out to be one of the most exciting games of the season. Tabuyo Kahele in at QB finds Carvalho. Offenses were a bit ahead of the defenses in this one, although the defenses did set up a few scores. Here we see Warriors special teams. Kalai Akui with a big return here. Tabuyo Kahele finds Anahu. It's a back and forth contest. But Warriors did play some D. Chartrand Panera with the pick. Secondary a strength for Kamehameha all season long. Give to Haasenritter. Finds some running room up the middle. Just short of the end zone. Tabuyo Kahele, a little tip ball, but Chartrand Panera in the back of the end zone for the TD. Give to Haasenritter, a little hop into the end zone for the TD. And Tabuyo Kahele finds Germano for the TD. And this time the QB is going to keep it himself. Tabuyo Kahele in for the score. Haasenritter in a QB. Looks deep downfield. Finds Carvalho. Give to Wilson, but ultimately the Warriors going to come up short in this one. 42-49, Kalai. Onaka in town. Haasenritter into the end zone for the score. Again, defense. Carvalho with the pick. A lot of good two-way players at wide receiver and DB. There's one of them, Chartrand Panera with the TD from Like. Like back from injury. Finds Haasenritter on the screen. Good downfield blocking. And a big gain. Again, Like, one of the more accurate passers in the league. Drops it into Anahu for the TD and a 42-7 victory. Warriors at HPA. Another Like to Anahu TD. And the defense with the safety. Gomes. Strip sack. Like looks downfield. Finds Haasenritter for the TD. Like getting into rhythm with his receiver. Chartrand Panera takes it in for the score. Like a little swing pass out to Haasenritter for a big gain. This time just the straight handoff to Haasenritter. A lot of running room up the middle. Haasenritter into the end zone for another Warrior touchdown. More running room from Haasenritter. They're not going to catch him. This is one of the biggest offensive outputs of the year for Kamehameha. Scored 55 points in this one. Like to Anahu, 55-16 Warriors. The Warriors had this game marked on their calendar at the beginning of the season, and the secondary really came to play. Here's Haasenritter with the first of 3 pick sixes. And when your defense puts up 21 points, it takes a lot of pressure off the offense. Carvalho going to step in front of a short pass. Find a lot of running room. Pick six, number 2. Tip pass here. Carvalho, right place, right time. Open field in front of him. Taking it to the house for his second pick six of the night. Like finds Anahu for their only offensive score and a 28-20 victory. Waikea on campus for the last home game of the season. More swarming D. Anahu with a tackle for loss. Gomes big stop behind the line. And Like dialed in, finding Carvalho for the TD. And more of that swarming defense, another tackle for loss. Kamehameha would pick up a late touchdown for the 51-0 victory, but would forfeit their Hilo game and their home field advantage during the playoffs. So for the BAAF playoffs, they had to travel to Kona. Like hooking up with Feruli for the early touchdown. Once again, the Kamehameha DBs came to play. Came up with a number of interceptions. Chartan Panera here with a pick. Chartan Panera with another pick. And one more time, Chartrand Panera. Interception. Just to switch it up a bit. Anahu gets the pick. And Haasenritter has to get in on the action as well. Another interception for Kamehameha. Like having some success finding his receivers. Hooks up with Carvalho. Tough defense. Gomes again forcing the fumble. Haasenritter with the recovery. And Like going to find Haasenritter over the middle. Splits the defense into the end zone. Touchdown Kamehameha. Here, Like is going to find Carvalho in the end zone for the hard-fought 27-22 victory, BAAF championship. The Warriors are going to host Kaimuki Saturday in a quarterfinal at Kamehameha, Hawaii.